Hello, viewers. My name is Christina Theophilus from the Glory of Education, and I'm here with Raju Ramanathan, the author of Souls from Mercury, which is a wonderful book aimed at helping people improve their personal relationships and spiritual growth, understanding the chakras, and so on. He's a renowned spiritual teacher across the globe. He's taught in Asia, Europe, Canada, and the US to health professionals, doctors, teachers, and everyday citizens to help them with stress management and everyday life crises. He's even helped me during some of the most difficult times of my life and helped me teach some of the most difficult courses, including suicide prevention and response, crisis intervention, bullying prevention, and racism. So now more than ever, I'm really glad that we could have this talk with Raju. Now we're not in the same city, so we're doing this live using Zoom. And we'd like to share today some tips for parents or anyone who's feeling stress due to COVID or any uncertainties that life may throw at you. With that, we'll talk about some suggestions that Raju will give us on how to help parents during this time. And then we're going to end it with a wonderful meditation that is definitely going to heal whoever's listening during these difficult times of uncertainty. So Raju, hello, namaste.
Hi. Namaste. Okay. Let me start with parents, you said, and from there move on to others in general. If you are fortunate enough to be the parent of a young child, you are in a very prized position in life. So you can definitely raise your child to be emotionally healthy, that depression will never ever occur in the child's life.
That would be great. But so many kids are dealing with depression and anxiety now. So tell me more about that. How do they do it?
Talk about prevention, what parents can do, and then we'll talk about intervention, and we'll talk about how parents themselves can feel more relaxed under those situations where children are suffering.
I'm going to take my notes. So if parents are watching, take out your pen and paper and try to take some notes.
Here are the tips. Very first one, accept your child unconditionally.
I love it. Accept your child unconditionally.
Open your eyes to his or her unique beauty and love her as much as you can.
Even if they annoy you.
Just recognize them for who they are and give that child your wholesome affection. Okay? Which is more than most people, of course, all parents protect them from harm, and but also you should let them grow and learn to explore as well. Don't be overprotective.
So don't be too overprotective. And how do they do that? Some people, it's in their nature to
teach her to respect herself and others through your own occasional corrections. Not in a way you are always like this, you are bad, without saying that. If you can say, you could be this way. You look so beautiful when you do this. You look so wonderful when you are responding this way. So like that, catch their undivided attention and pour out your heart to them, and they will listen to you. Okay?
Okay.
You have to stop all your activities, not walk around and talk to children as well. You have to stop all your activities to look at her or him, listen to her or him, and then respond. This is the first step. Second one, within yourself, you have to be the custodian of the greatest vision of your child. Regardless of how the child is now, the way you can bring about that evolutionary plus revolutionary changes in the children, you being the custodian of the greatest vision for that child. Let us say, if the child is not doing well in school, your vision is for him to be the number one child in the class. No matter what is happening, you have that vision. Others may not have it, but your only responsibility as a parent is to be the custodian of the greatest vision for that child, because that will, like a magic, make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's some magic between the parent and the child. That is how it makes it happen.
So what kind of visions do you think these parents should have for their child? Could you give me an example?
Depends. And depends on the current situation of the child.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the child is already smart. If he's not smart, I'm saying hold the vision of the smartest child.
Yes.
The child is over smart. It's very aggressive.
Yes.
So you imagining him doing yoga or doing some closing his eyes and learning to relax. One day he's coming and asking, "Mommy, teach me to meditate." You keep that vision in your mind. One day, believe the child will do it. Point number 2, you have to be proud of your child as well.
You have to be proud of your child. Very nice.
That's the third one. I'm not talking about the egotistical pride that tries to make your child superior to all others. Not in that way. But every child needs the quiet confidence that, to you at least, she is the dearest of people. Understand?
Yes.
So when he or she does anything worthy of praise, compliment her calmly and simply, and you really mean it. If it's stubborn and difficult, then you can be firm and you can set limits in a kind but still unyielding manner. Okay? So third one is spend time with your child. Yes, it is true. Quality counts more than quantity. There must be enough time to communicate the best quality, or your child will not benefit from it. Find some activities, work and play, that both of you can share together, and do that regularly. So whatever like a kind of teaching you do to them, do it only after spending time with the child and after having played with the child. Don't suddenly make them sit down and say, "I want to teach you this." It does not work with children. Whenever I had children's programs, I always 5-year-old, 6-year-old, I played with them. It's called non-competitive sports for half an hour. Then I bring them into the classroom. They are all attentive, total 100% attention to me. They absorb them like a sponge. So that's the third point. Before you teach anything, spend time with the child. Next one is to laugh with the child. Avoid laughing at the child. Even a 2-year-old can get hurt. Avoid laughing at the child. You can look for funny jokes to share, or plan some play activity that provides fun together, so both of you can laugh together. So even if you cannot, you cannot have the time to really, you are not in the mood to play with the child, at least laugh with the child. Relinquish your hold on the child. Mothers and the fathers think the child is my property. I can do what I want with this child, It's my property. It's not. The child is God's property. You are only sent here as to be a custodian.
That's so nice.
So, allow your child to learn to walk alone when you are still nearby, to protect her, protect him, and help her get going even if she falls. Drop your hold on the child. It's something difficult. Parents are not used to.
They're so overprotective. Yeah.
It's an important point to learn as parents. And last but not the least, be there for the child. Be there for the child. No matter how old we get, it's natural for all of us to yearn for the parents' love.
Oh, yeah.
And that comfort.
Sure.
And that wisdom, even if it is 2-minute wisdom. So, if we can find a way to offer those without interfering, without controlling, then you will be providing them a priceless defense against any depression that can come in their life.
Or any pain or heartbreak.
According to me, from my understanding of life, life is never utterly hopeless as long as someone honestly cares and can communicate that caring in a practical way. Read in my book when I talked about suicidal thoughts and everything. Okay? As long as there is someone honestly who cares, that person will not commit suicide. Remember that statement?
Mm-hmm.
One person who unconditionally loves that child, one human being only on the planet Earth. If he or she can think of that person, she will say, "No, what am I doing?" They will stop.
But at the same time, there are a lot of children these days that are committing suicide, and their parents do love them.
Right.
So,
and communicate. When people can talk about their problems and feelings, they are much more likely to work them out and to avoid any depression. Okay. So, talk about what bothers you and encourage that child also to follow suit with you. You can say how you feel as well, so that can make the child open up. As they are growing, you can open up. Mommy is feeling tired, mommy is feeling this, mommy is feeling, whatever feeling that day. Be open with the child. They like to hear from you what's happening.
mm-hmm.
You don't have to hide your feelings from your child at all. Child is your best friend, and in fact your child is your parent.